everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of Barely Necessities, laughingplace.com's live discussion of Disney merchandise. My name's Rebecca, and joining us is Rebecca Burbank. How you doing, Becca?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. We've got quite a variety of things to talk about. I know we've got some conventions on the horizon as well. So there's going to be quite a lot of really fun merchandise popping up in the next few weeks. But we're going to start off, believe it or not, with some Halloween fun.
I know. Halloween's already officially started because we've got so much merchandise over at Disney Store. But yesterday they unveiled more apparel and decor for your home, including the glow-in-the-dark Loungefly bag that we've got there. How fun is that? I think we've seen this design before the past couple of years on some other types of merchandise, but yeah, this is what's at Disney Store. I think it's really cool.
I am particularly fond of this ombre candy corn.
Yes.
Loungefly that is going to be coming. It has a nice matching spirit jersey and mouse ears. What do you think, Becca?
Yeah, I like it too. They've hit the jackpot there with the candy corn. We've seen this a couple times now, and always a little bit of a different take. But yeah, this is really pretty.
By the way, gonna say happy birthday, Caleb. I just had my birthday over the weekend, so happy birthday to you. I like the way that they mix the green and purples now with a lot of the kind of the Disney Halloween merchandise. So we've got quite a roundup of items over in the Halloween article. So
yeah, and it's really just scratching the surface. There was so much that I was like, I can't feature all of it. We just got to pick a couple of favorites.
Yeah, so be sure to check out the article that we will have linked below for more information on these items. And once again, we appreciate it when you click through our articles over and do some shopping there at the DisneyStore.com, because we receive a small affiliate commission, and it helps pay the bills around here. And so it doesn't cost you anything additional. But it is a great way to support what we do around here. So if you appreciate our updates and our Twitter, any of the news and information that comes to you from Laughing Place, be sure to visit us before you do your Disney shopping. We greatly appreciate it. Moving on, I guess, Becca, you had some fun at your place trying out something new.
So you had a birthday. Happy birthday. We didn't have a birthday, but we played the Disney Lorcana TCG, which is trading card game Gateway, which is a introductory game to Disney Lorcana. And I've asked Kyle if he'd pop on to talk with us about this, because he's the one who's kind of he's the Lorcana person in our family. He kind of got roped into doing the first one, and he's liked it ever since, right, Kyle?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I originally got into it because Gen Con is in Indiana, and they were launching Lorcana at Gen Con in Indianapolis, and because we live in the Midwest, I got to go to Gen Con. Because I was going to Gen Con, I got to become the Disney Lorcana person for us.
Okay, so what am I looking at here, Kyle?
So basically, this is a brand new set. The game has been around for a while. I'm not any good at it. I kind of understood it. I got to play a demo with the creator of the game, or the co-designer of the game, and it made sense when he said it, but then since then it's gotten more complicated. So what this is a way to kind of go through and learn the rules, and then kind of start with the very basics and then build on the complexities. So the way it does that is, first of all, you get this cool board that has a place for your cards and your ink, and then the numbers in the center are the lore, which is the point of the game is to collect lore. So the first one to 20 wins. So you start off with very basic decks. It actually gives you 7 cards in particular, and it says this is going to be your hand. You're going to start with these cards, and you have a little guide that shows you exactly how you can use some of those cards. And then as you after you play your first game, then next you open up the book, and it has some different goals that you can work towards.
Mhm.
And as you mark off those goals, you add more cards to your deck, and they're different types of cards. So the first thing is you'll learn more about what is the first one? Songs, and then
Song,
you'll
yes.
items, and then shift, which I know none of these things mean anything to you, Rebecca. But yeah, so you learn it works in those the complexities of the game as you go, and also just by getting a bunch of reps and working towards those goals, then you start to become more comfortable with the game. So it's a really cool idea. I definitely feel way more comfortable with the game after playing this. And it's also, I think, a really good value because this whole box is only $25. And by the time you're done, once you reach all the goals, you'll have a total of 132 cards, which is enough for 2 complete decks. You play with at least 60 cards in a deck. So yeah, you have 2 full decks, and you get the board and everything else. And it's $25, and this will be available at Disney parks and stuff, and hobby stores starting August 9th.
Okay.
But they surprised everyone by doing an exclusive release at Target. So you can get a Target right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Up until it'll still be available after the 9th. But yeah, right now it's available at your local Target stores. There's a link in the YouTube.
In our description box,
article.
yes.
Yeah,
right to the item. So
yeah, I think that's pretty cool that they're doing an early release. And yeah, I think it's a good value. And I think if you've been I enjoy the Lorcana cards for the art, but it is kind of nice to know how to play. And we got pretty into it. I think we were probably a little bit more into the other game, that princess game.
Yeah.
But we've been having fun actually learning how to play Lorcana, and yeah.
Oh, Gio popping in to say I might need to pick up that Lorcana set.
I think it's well organized, and also I will say I also got a couple of cards that I've been wanting, because this includes cards from the first 4 chapters. They're very specific ones. They're not like, super rare, but there was one in particular that's Winnie the Pooh as not sorcerer but a wizard. It kind of looks like Doctor Strange, and I've wanted that because I like Winnie the Pooh, and I thought it was a really cool card, but I didn't get it in any of my booster card sets, and now I finally have it thanks to this game.
Oh, very cool. So
yeah, no, I had a lot of fun too, and Kyle tried to explain Lorcana to me after he learned how to play the game with the co-developer, and I was like, I kind of get it, kind of don't. And then we tried the one with Ursula's Return, or the I forget what that. I'm looking at it.
It's Ursula's Return. Yes. Deep Trouble is what the game is called, and that set is $60. So I think this is a way better value. And like we said, like that game is not necessarily in fact, it's not for beginners.
Right.
But if you wanted to work your way up to that after this, then maybe that's a possibility. But
it sounds like this is a nice kind of entry level if you're not somebody who's done any of these trading card games, but yet because it's Disney, you've been looking at it and wondering, and you remember seeing all the big long lines at D23 a couple of years ago for the very special cards they were giving out at the event. Well, now you'll be able to get your toe in the water at a more affordable price. Not quite so scary to spend $25 on something to give it a try. So
one thing I will say is it's only for 2 players. So you won't be able to do this with a bunch of people unless everybody has their own like game set. But yeah, it's really, really fun for 2 players.
Okay. Well, thanks for popping by, Kyle. We appreciate it. I'm sure we will see you soon. I'll let you get back to editing. Moving on. Oh man, I don't know that I need to try it. I need to jump into it. Gideon's friends do trading card games, so I should just pick up a set and then just spy on them as they play and see if I can get caught up in it as well.
Yeah. Oh no, it was by the end of the first couple games, I was like, all right, let's keep going. Like I did. Some games went really, really fast and others took a little bit more time. So yeah, it definitely pulled me in.
As just a moment, I was mentioning Gideon's friends, and he's school aged. So perhaps some of these items will be useful as we think about going back to school. Not quite yet. He's still got a couple more weeks of summer vacation left, but back to school is already happening over at Disney Store.
Yep, it is. And they have cute backpacks like this Frozen backpack that we have here with Anna and Elsa, of course, Olaf and Sven. There's also like a lunch tote or lunch box that has the pretty artwork. So you can, like, your kids can have a completely themed backpack, lunch bag, and stationery if you so choose, or if they so choose, or you can mix it up.
Pulling up, I saw that we've got several different lines here where, like you say, you've got the backpack, the lunchbox, the water bottle, and then like a stationery kit. And they featured Frozen, Star Wars, and then of course Minnie. That's so cute.
No, I like it a lot.
I like the bright colors on these. Even the Star Wars, I'm so used to it being, like just the Starfield or whatever. So to have kind of the adorable cartoony Chewie is cute as well. And then in this roundup, we also have a few clothing items as well as you get ready. Oh man, Becca, this is bright.
I know. It's a lot. It's a lot more than I would prefer, but if bright is your color scheme, then this is so perfect for that.
That jacket I was thinking would be great if you're someone who's walking to school, man. You would have no concerns of being seen as you were making your way. And then there's also some items from Loungefly and I want to say is Box Lunch as well, or is all of this Disney Store?
No, it's Loungefly and Loungefly and Disney Store.
Okay. So how cute, a little grabber game.
Yeah, and it's a little pencil kit or pencil case. So I like that too. It keeps in that almost like that mini backpack style.
Popping over to the Disney parks, a new attraction opened at Magic Kingdom, and with it they debuted a new like poster t-shirt look. I actually like this poster more than the one that's underneath the train.
Okay, I can see that.
So see if you got like the characters, the sketches and everything. See, okay, and then I'm gonna Pam, I'll have to scroll down. Hang on. Here we go. See? Oh no.
No, I like that's fun, but I think you're right. I think the poster on the shirt or the design on the shirt is a little better.
I think it just harkens back to the classic attraction more.
Yes.
For me, just the visuals here, but it talks about Grizzly Hall, highlights the various performers, and then on the back it tells you that you're going to have a wild and woolly good time. So
I know
lots of fun with the t-shirt for Country Bear Musical Jamboree at Trader Sam's. They've got a new Tiki mug.
Yes, this is a Piranha. It features a red glaze there, which looks very scary, I think. But yeah, this is a Walt Disney World. It's a limited edition mug. It's $50. But you get to choose what drink you want. And they have an alcoholic and a zero proof or non-alcoholic beverage with some fruity flavors that are perfect for summer. And you're limited to 2 per guest, so nobody can go away with like 10 of them or anything. But I think that's so fun.
And also from like inspired by the Disney parks, the Disney Store has some mystery spider bots.
Yeah, so we've seen these spider bots at the Avengers campus, the various Avengers campuses, I should say, or I guess there's just 2 right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they have it at Disneyland, in Disneyland Paris, and in Disney California Adventure. Well, these are like small versions of those spider bots, and these already have their colorful like armor on them. So you're not purchasing the separate like tech upgrades. But yeah, I think this is cute, and I love the idea that it's a like mystery set, so you don't know what you're gonna get, but you're gonna get something cool.
So these are small representations of what your bigger bot, that when you get the armor on it and whatnot, what it would look like with your armor. These are not remote control.
Right.
But they're adorable, and you know, something you could put. I'm guessing you could put like on your desk if you wanted, if you're a fan. I wish I was closer to California Adventure, because I would really like to be way more familiar with the Spidey ride, the Spidey attraction, than I am, because I love interactive attractions, but it takes me a while until I feel like I get it. I understand what's going on. Lucked out with Mario Kart. When Giddy and I first went to Universal Hollywood, it was a rainy day, and so there was no line. We rode it like over and over again, 5, 6. I think he rode it 7 times when all was, you know, said and done, with no wait. But so far, I haven't been able to kind of do that with the web slingers, where, you know, I'm really okay. I'm comfortable with it. I get what's going on. So fingers crossed it'll happen eventually, but hasn't happened yet. Speaking of Avengers Campus, today we learned, surprisingly, honestly, I'll be honest, I'm surprised that Deadpool is going to be making himself known over there at Disneyland's Avengers Campus and over at Disneyland Paris. So you'll be able to meet and greet the
Merc with a mouth.
Yeah, that's it. Merc with a mouth. But if you're not going to be able to make it all the way to either of those parks, you can bring them home.
Yes. Yeah, this is crazy. This is a talking head in the most literal sense, because it's a Deadpool interactive head. I mean,
lines of dialogue, it says over 600.
I know. But you kind of got to go overboard if you're doing Deadpool, right?
That's everything I hear. Yes. And as it says on here very clearly, 18 and over. This is not for kids.
Yes.
It's going to be just as much fun, apparently, as he is on screen. So this is not intended to be a toy that you would want for young ears to hear.
Right, exactly. No, this is definitely for the older fan base. The pre-orders opened yesterday morning. It's at Hasbro, Pulse, Amazon. We have a link to Entertainment Earth. Various other retailers will have this too. But yeah, kind of an interesting collectible, kind of something fun and a little bit more mature. We do a lot of interactive stuff for kids, so it's fun every once in a while when you have something a little bit more adult.
It's a little bit different than what we're usually showcasing around here. Back to what we usually showcase, there's some X-Men art.
Yes. Yeah. Sideshow. We've been focusing a lot on Sideshow collectibles recently. And yeah, there's a new series of prints featuring, the various X-Men characters. These posters are gorgeous. It kind of is actually reminding me a little bit of the Avengers Endgame, when they were doing like the posters for all the various heroes and villains and all the characters who were part of that. But yeah, this is just focusing there on X-Men. I love the colors. I love that there's a very clear X on each one, but I don't know, it doesn't seem like overpronounced or anything. I think this blends together really well, and I love the choice of color for all of the characters. I mean, they're true to the characters themselves, but like, you know, sometimes finding the right hue is very important, and I think this is fantastic.
Moving over into the world of Star Wars, but staying with higher end art and design, Sideshow once again has some pre-orders available on a new artistic look at classic Star Wars characters. In this case, it's Jesse Hernandez, and offering a very what they're calling it, an urban. There was a word that they
urban Aztec.
Urban Aztec. Thank you.
Yeah.
Urban Aztec. This is so fascinating to me.
It is. Like, just reading the headline without seeing the photo, I'm like, what are you going to do with an Aztec Stormtrooper, right? But I like how this was realized. I like the Stormtrooper more than the Boba Fett that we just looked at there.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm in love with the Boba Fett. That's funny.
I mean, I still think they both look awesome, but I think I'm more drawn to the Stormtrooper in this case.
I can see that. The Stormtrooper to me is reminiscent of the like Dia de la the Day of the
Dia
Dead.
de los Muertos. Yeah.
Yeah, Day of the Dead designs that I see, those kind of skull heads and the way that the face and the mouth are done on those. Whereas this reminds me of, when you're on, and this is going to show that my knowledge is so based in Disney, but when you're on the Epcot, when you're at Epcot's Mexico Pavilion.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Like this, they have some of those enormous stone tablets and whatnot represented there. This to me feels like it came kind of right out from those representations as well. And then here you have Darth Vader.
Probably my least favorite of the three, but I love the lightsaber.
Okay.
So I think we don't usually see the lightsaber. The lightsaber is just a beam of light, right? Like this with the little bit of dimension there and the little whatever you want to call it.
It feels almost like a flame rather than a light. It feels much more like it's a flame in his hand, which is kind of cool. I do agree with you that I think that feature of this sculpt. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I like that he's reaching out instead of just standing there stoically or whatever. Like you do have that little bit of, while it doesn't move, you have that little bit of movement.
So if you have been looking for a unique way to represent your Star Wars love, go check out the pre-order on the Stormtrooper bust over at Sideshow. Also at Sideshow, we have the Imperial Praetorian Guard, which all these things were so cool.
I know, very cool realization, and I love the color red that they've used. It's just there's something obviously menacing about it, but you can't take your eyes away either. It's very, very interesting.
There's a sheen on this too that is so stunning. Seeing the reflection of the figure in the armor itself. Once again, with Sideshow, you're looking at a 1/6 scale here, as I recall, and their items are like as if it was just could walk off the stand there when you're, their impressive artistry from the team over at Sideshow. So.
Yeah, and I love the use of you've got the harder materials, but then also the soft cloth for the rest of the outfit, for the lower half of the costume or the uniform. Very cool. Not something that we usually see with these types of figures.
And they do say that these light up effects are simulated. So be sure to read the information regarding exactly how these will appear when in your purchase, so that you are not taken by surprise with how they arrive to you, which can, sometimes happen with some of these items. Let's see, Becca, next up we have our friends at Roosevelt's, right?
Yeah, today they dropped another Star Wars collection. And this is ahead of the exclusives that they're going to have at SDCC. So this is available now for everybody. We've got some of the breakfast balls, the all-day polos, and some golf club covers, and of course some Kunu Flex shirts as well. I like this collection a lot. It's prequel heavy, but it does offer a mixture of designs and films here. I like there's so many that
I like the helmet. I like the helmet.
The helmet is good. I like the Darth Maul, actually.
I suspect that's going to be very popular based upon their previous collections like this. This reminds me very much of that Ahsoka print.
Not as good as the Ahsoka. The Ahsoka is the best.
So hard and so fast. Yeah. No, it was gone so fast. But then they did replenish it. But yeah, it reminds me very, very much of that. I can also see this Western, what I call their Western style, with the design up on the chest, shoulder area with the Darth Maul. I could also see that one being quite popular. But oh, the Ewoks are so cute.
Yeah, they are cute, and you've got the little golden god there. You've got C-3PO popping up. I like just.
Sorry, I was scrolling down to
no,
the hats.
that's so good. Yes, and the hats are good too. These, of course, you've got Jar Jar Binks, and you have Darth Maul there. So prequel, Phantom Menace for sure. This is the first time I think we've seen red and black color schemes from them before. We've seen purple from them. I don't know that I've seen orange, or at least not this type of orange from them. It reminds me of like a sports team.
No, okay, so that's what it
Phoenix
feels
Suns?
like. It's pulling directly from an NBA team, but I'm not. But my brain isn't clicking with which team is a purple and an orange. But
Well,
I'm wondering if it's like close enough to an homage that I'm not pick. You know what I mean? It's like it's a blending of so many different things that yes, it's NBA, but yet I'm not getting it.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I think Phoenix Suns, I think they had that purple and orange kind of color. Yeah. Okay. Kyle is in the comments is saying Suns.
Yeah. That's what I'm pulling up right now so I can show. Okay. So see, because it's right there. It was like right on the tip.
Yes.
Right
okay.
On my tongue, but I couldn't quite get there. Okay. So yeah, so they did it. They did a good job of like, oh, now I'm gonna be all blurry until it figures out to refocus on me. It'll take it a moment. It'll figure it out. And once again, we've got their breakfast balls. These are their polo designs. So I'll let you talk about it while I get my camera unfocused.
Yeah, these are very soft, comfortable shirts. A little different from what we see with the Kunu Flex, obviously. It's a slightly different material as well. But yeah, they call them all-day polos because they're comfortable enough to wear all day long. And they're designed for the golfer in your family, but anybody can wear them, right?
Can I just say that I hope this one of the Senate over here has a hidden ET somewhere on it, just randomly.
That would be fun. I have not looked through the stuff enough. I might have to, maybe we'll ask our guys, because Roosevelt is going to be at SDCC, and we've got a team at SDCC. So maybe we can ask our team for a tip off or something.
Go find out. Yeah, go find out. And if not, tell them we're disappointed and we expect more of them. Speaking of Roosevelt's, in the recent information about D23, they talked about some designs coming to that event. Their location inspired by Tony Baxter. So they're kind of going to be using a little bit of his creative imagination. That's what I'm looking for. Imagination. So I'm excited to see what kind of a Roosevelt and Tony Baxter dynamic means. They didn't exactly say, so I'm scared to use the word collaboration, but I'm like, okay, let's see. Oh, and I am so excited about all the stuff we're going to be able to show you from D23, because it's clear that a lot of the brands and lines that we're familiar with and we enjoy as Disney fans are going to be bringing some fun. Whether it's Her Universe talking about some new Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, Rock Love hinting that there's a new jewelry collection that they will be debuting at D23. So we'll talk more about it as that gets closer. We've got a little bit more time before the D23 fan event. So, but we will be kind of letting you know what we're expecting there. Becca, I think, did we make it through the list? I know some stuff got shifted around. Did I miss something?
No, I think you got everything.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, in that case, I actually have a little Sensational Seven to share with everybody. So let me throw up that little music. And currently at Disney Store, they have a 40% off select Marvel items. So I organized a list loosely based on the personalities of the Seven Dwarfs: Sleepy, Happy, Grumpy, Dopey, Sneezy, Bashful, and Doc. And it's all Marvel stuff. So for Sleepy, They have a few pajama sets. I'm highlighting the Iron Man, PJ Pals. But like I say, they had a couple others. I'm pretty sure I saw a Black Panther as well. So for Sleepy, we're going to showcase the pajamas. For Happy, I love bubbles. We've got a Spider-Man light up talking bubble wand. Okay, it is poorly reviewed. I looked at those reviews. One of them was a complaint that it arrived with dead batteries.
Okay.
Disappointing, swap them out, no biggie. Second one, complaint, that it doesn't come with a refill. Just unscrew the little thing off the bottom and pour more bubble wand fluid in it, and then screw it back on. So just putting it out there. I was a little surprised. I was like, oh no, what's wrong with the thing? So there you go. But I love that it's a light up talking. I love that it lights up and it blows bubbles. Two things I love. For Grumpy, I talk about caffeine, the need for caffeine, and in this case, a Hulk smash mug.
Yes.
I feel like that's what I want to do before I have the caffeine, before it settles in.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Hulk smash.
So your mood changes as you drink the coffee.
Dopey. Today I am going with one of the sillier shirts I've ever seen at Disney Store.
Yeah. Donut give up.
Donut give up. Mm-hmm. Enough said. Moving on. Sneezy. Don't want to catch a chill. Got your Spirit jersey. Nice and long sleeve. Captain America. Got that Captain America shield on the front. Nice Avenger. A on the arm. Forearm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, not forearm.
Elbow. Yeah, forearm. Or like on the side of the, yeah.
I don't know. I think of I don't know. And then you know what I like about this one though? I haven't seen this before. Maybe they've done it on other Spirit jerseys, but it has like multicolored cups, which I can't think of that before. So, and like Gio says, on the bubble wands, they're generally not that great anyway, and you swap them out. Oh yeah, always swap them out. It's one of the first things I do. Bashful. We want something cuddly and adorable, and in this case, when you're feeling a bit bashful and need a hug, what can make you happier than a big feet plush? This one is Groot. They did have some others that were Marvel. So if you've been looking at these, like I say, there's a 40% off select Marvel items. So be sure to check it out. And finally, Doc, the one who started it all. In this case, I went with the first Avenger, and I went with rhinestones.
Yes.
And so it's this beautiful representation of the Captain America shield in rhinestones over at Disney Store. And that is my Sensational Seven.
I love that.
Ta-da! Once again, don't forget, it's a very limited sale. See, up to 40%. Yeah. It's 40% off Marvel. And it is, I wanted to say it was like only until, it was really short. And I had the information and I put it away and I don't know where it is now.
That's okay. Something will be on sale again in a couple.
Right? Exactly. Finishing up, Becca's going to share with you all the things that we've talked about on Lapping Place, the website that we haven't talked about here on our YouTube.
Yes. We've got another Pintastic Tuesday over at Disney Store, so go collect some fun pins. The create your own headbands that have arrived at the Disney resorts. I believe they were out of stock and now they're coming back. Mm-hmm. So those are fun little like plushies that you can pick your favorites and design your headband. So those are returning soon. And then, yes, we talked about SDCC. We've talked about some of this stuff on the show before, but there's going to be exclusive fig pin, Disney and Marvel fig pin. No, Disney and Star Wars fig pins at the convention. We've also got, of course, 3 Roosevelt's booths at the convention with exclusives at each. There's plenty of Hasbro action figures and toys that will be available. Some online, but also at the show. Funko Pop has a variety of franchises and characters. There's many that are exclusive to the show, but also some that will be at shared retailers, and we will be updating our post with those links for you. And then just before we came on, Alex posted about the Star Wars Doorables. There's a new wave of those that will be exclusive to SDCC, and then there's also, he's got a couple fun links over for what's available right now, part of the dark side over at Amazon. And then Deadpool and Wolverine, their Blind Owl mystery packs, those are going to be at the show as well. Also sticking with our Marvel theme, we've got a new Jean Grey and Phoenix Force action figure, Marvel Legends action figure available for pre-order at Entertainment Earth. And then more Deadpool and Wolverine. There's some cheeky controllers. You'll have to check them out to see what we're talking about, but there's one for Wolverine and there's one for Deadpool. This is for the Xbox consoles, I believe. And then our friends at Enso Rings, they put together some fun buddy rings with their classic silicone rings that have a little peek through of color, one for each of our beloved characters there. And finally, there's the Incinerator Stormtrooper helmet. It is from The Mandalorian, and it has a voice changing effect. This is available for pre-order at Entertainment Earth and various retailers. It comes from Hasbro. So lots of fun that we've covered over at Laughing Place.
I know our team is working on this, but they've added a few more items to the event schedule over at D23. So if you are planning to attend the Ultimate Fan event, stay tuned because we're getting more details on some of the kind of hour by hour little things here and there that you're going to be able to do. They've previously released presentations, that kind of thing, but we're finding out more. Let's see, tonight, right here on this very YouTube channel, we've got Animal Kingdom, Disney Animal Kingdom Unscramble, and which came first in our Disney trivia contest. So if you would like to show off your Disney knowledge, stop right here. You can log. So what'll happen is you'll be watching this screen, and on a separate screen, you'll have a place to put in your answers and receive your score, and then we find out who is answering the questions fastest and correctly. So that's what's happening around here, Becca.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yep. Let's see. We will be back next week to talk more Disney merchandise. Don't forget to set your clocks if you're a Maleficent fan, because at midnight, they are going to be, well, Shop Harvey. Okay, so here's the deal. I gotta share this with you, Becca. So Shop Harvey's Harvey's purses are a big deal among my peer group. I don't own one, but they all love them. Okay. They're the seatbelt purses. They're beautiful. They've been teasing that a Maleficent purse is coming to Disney store. And here, I'll just tease it right here, because I know we're going to put up an article about it, but let me just, oh, it's over here, but I can't. Okay. I'm going to have to just share it from there. Hang on. See, it's this one right on the edge right here. This one. Okay, so I'll move my thing out of the way right there. And it's getting ready to come to Disney store. But everybody's like, what time is it coming to Disney store? And because I guess there have been times where Shop Harvey's will say midnight. And so everybody gets up at midnight Pacific, which means 3:00 a.m. on the East Coast. But then it hasn't dropped until like 10 or 11 in the morning. And these Shop Harvey's purses, they go fast. They have a very passionate fan base, and couple that with a really great resale market as well. And so if you are a Maleficent fan, be ready, check it out, read up on it, see if it's what you like. It's nice and big, it's pretty. And I wish you all the best in getting yours. And maybe next week I will share my friend's adventure on getting it, because I know I have several friends who are awaiting this particular drop. And I wish I had it right in front of me, because I want to make sure I'm telling people the right, sorry, everybody, I bring the show to a grinding halt in the last 10 seconds.
No, you're fine.
Let's see. I meant to pull this up earlier to make sure I could tell everybody about it. But yeah, 7/24. So people are expecting it to drop at midnight, but unsure if it'll drop at midnight. So I look forward to sharing with all of you next week whether people were successful or not, what time it actually did drop, that and more next week on Barely Necessities. Stay tuned. We'll see you then. Bye.
All right.